Many in our generation mistake lust for love. The difference between the two is so critical that destinies have been lost, kingdoms have fallen, and lives have been destroyed simply because men and women failed to distinguish the counterfeit from the real. The devil, in his cunning craft, always seeks to repackage poison as pleasure. He rarely presents sin as it is, ugly, destructive, and deadly. Instead, he dresses it in charm, beauty, and excitement. And nowhere is this deception more dangerous than in matters of the heart. 1 John 2:16 says, "For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, comes not from the Father, but from the world." Notice carefully, lust is not love. It is an appetite, an unquenchable craving that consumes without building. Love, on the other hand, is selfless. It seeks the good of the other person. It waits, it nurtures, it sacrifices. The Bible defines it so clearly in 1 Corinthians 13:4-7. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. The devil knows that chosen ones, those called to great destinies, cannot be destroyed easily with weapons or fear. Instead, he whispers, "This is love." But what he offers is a fire that burns only for a moment, then leaves ashes behind. Think of Samson, a man of extraordinary strength, handpicked by God. Yet blinded by lust for Delilah, he gave away his secret and lost his destiny. His story is a loud warning to every chosen one. Lust blinds, love builds. Philosophers too understood this. Socrates once said, "The hottest love has the coldest end." Here, he was not speaking of genuine love, but of passion that masquerades as love. It burns bright and fast, but dies empty. The devil thrives in this counterfeit fire, luring people to chase after what feels good for a moment, but costs everything in the end. Another philosopher, C.S. Lewis, explained it this way: "Lust is a poor substitute for love. It gives nothing. It only takes." That is the exact strategy of the enemy, to make you feel like you are gaining, while in reality you are being robbed of purity, peace, focus, and even your future. Proverbs 5:3-5 warns, "For the lips of an adulteress drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death." Lust is sweet in the beginning, but deadly in the end. Love, however, may demand patience, discipline, and sacrifice, but its end is life, peace, and fulfillment. Chosen ones, remember, the devil is not afraid of your prayers alone. He is afraid of your purity, because a pure vessel carries unshakable authority in the Spirit. This is why he will always attempt to divert you with lust, because lust weakens your spiritual backbone, fills you with guilt, and keeps you in a cycle of defeat. So how do you discern between lust and love? Test it by patience. Lust is in a hurry, love can wait. Test it by sacrifice. Lust takes, love gives. Test it by fruit. Lust leaves you empty, love leaves you whole. Test it by alignment. Lust drags you away from God, love draws you nearer to Him. Matthew 7:16 says, "By their fruits you will know them." When God gives you love, it produces peace, joy, stability, and growth. When the devil sends lust, it produces chaos, distraction, brokenness, and regret. Let me leave you with this. The devil counterfeits what God creates. God designs love as a reflection of His nature. The devil, unable to create, only distorts it into lust. As children of light, we must walk with discernment, for even the elect can be deceived. Galatians 5:16 reminds us, "So I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh." The question is not whether lust will try to approach you. It will. The question is, will you recognize it or will you fall for the disguise? Remember, love is a seed planted in eternity. Lust is a fire that burns out in the night. Stay awake, chosen one. Your destiny is too great to be traded for a moment of false pleasure.